Trump threatens Russia, Ukraine with very serious economic sanctions if no ceasefire. Prime Minister orders urgent decisive response to storm number 5. Ho Chi Minh, the guiding light of the August Revolution.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Truyen, and here we go, the first step of the show. U.S. President Donald Trump on Tuesday threatened to impose economic sanctions on both Russia and Ukraine if the two sides do not agree to a ceasefire and end the conflict.
Speaking to reporters at the White House, President Trump warned that Russia would face serious consequences if it did not agree to a ceasefire, but Ukraine was not necessarily innocent. The US leader said that thousands of people, mostly young people, were dying on the battlefield every week, and he emphasized that he would do everything to stop that, including sanctions and heavy taxes on Russia, Ukraine, or anyone involved. Despite his long-standing threats, President Trump has delayed sanctions on Russia in order to encourage Moscow to join peace talks. The White House owner wants Russian President Vladimir Putin and President Zelensky to meet, but Moscow said conditions have not been ready.
A spokesperson for Chinese Foreign Ministry just responded to a question about the possibility of the U.S. President Donald Trump visiting the country.
When asked about whether U.S. President Donald Trump would visit China after his remarks on Monday that he is expected to do so this year or shortly afterwards, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun said on Tuesday that China has always handled and developed China-U.S. relations in accordance with the principles of mutual respect, peaceful coexistence, and win-win cooperation, while firmly safeguarding its sovereignty, security, and development interests. In addition, Guo Jiakun hopes that the U.S. will work with us to jointly promote the steady, sound, and sustainable development of bilateral ties. Head of state diplomacy plays an irreplaceable and strategic guiding role in China-U.S. relations. The presidents of the two countries maintain close interactions and communication.
The Vietnamese Prime Minister has just signed a telegram requesting ministries, sectors, and localities to urgently respond to the storm number 5 and floods, restoring the production and business while stabilizing people's lives.
The Prime Minister requested the chairman of the People's Committees of Thanh Hoa, Nghệ An, Hà Tĩnh provinces, and other areas affected by Typhoon number 415 must continue to direct and mobilize necessary forces and vehicles to quickly reach isolated areas. They are to implement damage control and recovery efforts according to their functions, duties, and authority. This includes concentrating on searching for missing persons and providing medical treatment to the injured. They are also to assist the people in repairing homes with damaged or blown-off roofs, arrange temporary shelters, and provide food, water, and essential supplies for households that have lost their homes. No one should be left hungry, cold, thirsty, or without a place to stay or adequate clothing. Additionally, they must focus on immediately repairing damaged educational and medical facilities before August 30th, 2025.
Upcoming are some updated news.
According to the report of the Standing Office of the Steering Committee for Natural Disaster Prevention, Search and Rescue and Civil Defense of Nghe An Province, as of 11:00 a.m. today, storm number 5 has caused significant damage in the province, with an estimated total damage of over VND 400 billion, of which over 4,600 houses were damaged and had their roofs blown off. Over 750 houses were flooded, and over 1,500 houses were urgently evacuated. The agricultural sector suffered heavy damage with over 27,800 hectares of rice and over 6,600 hectares of crops affected, over 864 hectares of perennial crops. Over 23,800 shade trees and urban trees were broken. The traditional fish farming area was damaged by more than 1,000 hectares. Over 3,300 nalon of canals were washed away by landslides. More than 1,690 electric poles were broken. More than 28,000 meters of electric wire were broken.
A state-level rehearsal for the 80th anniversary of the August Revolution and National Day, September 2nd, has just taken place at Ba Din Square, Hanoi. Previously, the second joint rehearsal was held on the evening of August 25th, with the participation of 6 parade forces, including many armed forces, civilians, and international groups. To serve the event, Hanoi City Police extended the road closure from 12 p.m. on August 27th to 2 a.m. on August 28th on many central streets, limiting traffic and asking people to use public transport. The authorities are committed to ensuring security and order, creating favourable conditions for the rehearsal and upcoming important celebration activities.
On August 26, 2025, the coastal city of Da Nang officially hosted the opening of Horec Fex Da Nang 2025, marking a significant milestone in promoting technology adoption and innovation within Vietnam's hospitality, restaurant, and service sectors. Horeca. Horec Fex Vietnam 2025 is a forum connecting policymakers, businesses, and international experts to find solutions to enhance competitiveness, promote digital transformation, and sustainable development for the tourism, hotel industry in Vietnam in the context of strong integration and innovation. This year's event welcomed more than 500 delegates and 90 speakers from 20 countries. Within the framework of the event, the Horeca Specialized Technology Exhibition Area displays many modern equipment solutions with a total value of more than 42 billion VND.
August 1945, a glorious chapter in Vietnamese history, liberated the nation from a long night of slavery and gave birth to the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. At that very historical moment, there was a person, an ideology, and a strategic vision that became the guiding light for the entire party and the people, the late President Ho Chi Minh.
On June 5, 1911, the patriotic young man Truyen Thanh officially started a new journey to find a way to save the country. After 3 decades of searching, he discovered the right path for national liberation in Marxism-Leninism. Returning to his homeland in 1941 after 30 years abroad, Ho Chi Minh directly led the revolutionary movement, establishing the Viet Minh Front and preparing comprehensive forces, from political and military to resistance bases. In August 1945, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity appeared. Japan surrendered to the Allies, the puppet government collapsed. At the National Conference of the Party and the National Congress in Tan Trao, Ho Chi Minh firmly decided on a policy of general uprising. It became a rallying cry for the entire nation. Even if we have to burn down the whole Truong Son mountain range, we are determined to win independence. Under the Viet Minh banner, millions of people rose up in unison, and within just 15 days, the government was in the hands of the people nationwide.
Có thể nói rằng là Hồ Chí Minh là một
It can be said that Ho Chi Minh is the most vivid example of the role of an individual in history. He was the one who found the path to national salvation, established and guided our party to become the leading organization that brought the Vietnamese Revolution from one victory to another.
On the 2nd September 1945, at Ba Din Square, Ho Chi Minh read the Declaration of Independence to establish the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, the first worker-peasant state in Southeast Asia. The success of the August Revolution is the crystallization of the aspiration for independence, the indomitable will of the nation, and above all, the genius leadership of President Ho Chi Minh, the one who turned the light of ideals into the strength of millions of people.
In the August Revolution and the Declaration of Independence, Ho Chi Minh, along with our party and our nation, clearly distinguished the enemies of the Vietnamese people. Our enemy was French colonialism, not the French people. Our enemy was Japanese fascism, not the nation of Japan. The strategic vision of President Ho Chi Minh can be seen as a solid foundation for generations of party members and the Vietnamese people to inherit and build upon.
Dominates the path of the Vietnamese Revolution. The victory of the August Revolution is forever a powerful testament to the truth. Nothing is more precious than independence and freedom. And Ho Chi Minh's ideology, morality, and style will forever be the torch that guides our nation on the path to the future.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.